Pisces and cross watchers, how are y'all doing? This is your November 2020 tarot reading. If you're new here, I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn guidance, and I'm here to bring you love, light, and guidance through tarot, astrology, and spirituality. In my description box, you can find my email. Please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find a few different links to a few different Spotify playlists I've made. I really love making playlists, so feel free to check those out. You can also find my PayPal. If you would like to, you can donate to this channel to keep it running. If you do, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So, Pisces, how are y'all doing? How you guys been? I feel like Pisces might have gotten rocked with some of this Scorpio energy that we've been experiencing. We just finished up, the day I'm filming this, it's November 4th. We just finished up Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. We are in Scorpio season. Mercury is going to go back into Scorpio because it retrograded into Libra. The Page of Pentacles fell out. I'll put it back, but that'll be interesting if that comes up again in the reading. What was I saying? Yeah, so a lot of Scorpio energy. Mercury was going retrograde in Scorpio, and then it went into Libra, and now it's direct again in Libra, so it's going to go back into Scorpio. So a lot of the Scorpio energy, I feel like, has been bringing up a lot of stuff. It's been digging up a lot of stuff that we need to look at. There's probably been some heavy emotions you've been experiencing. A lot of deep reflection. Water signs are very deep and reflective signs, so I feel like Scorpio season especially, it has a lot to do with stuff that's been hidden or buried, or stuff that's been kind of kept deep, any secrets. A lot of that stuff has been coming up. You've been probably dealing with a lot of that, Pisces. I feel like Pisces gets rocked with when there's a lot of water energy. Pisces, you get rocked with a lot of things. Pisces feel everything. Pisces are like, I don't know how to say it. They like take on the energy of all the signs before them. And ever since I started, like, the first time I read that or heard that, I was just like, that's why I've never really like got Pisces. That's why every Pisces I know is so different. Like, I feel like Pisces, you really are like just a combination of all the signs. Like, you just take on everybody's energy, and that's not hate. Like, you know, Libras absorb a lot of people's energy around them too. They're very observant, but Pisces are like emotionally absorbing everyone around them. But so Pisces, you probably felt a lot of shit that's been happening the last couple months that we've been dealing with this. But I feel like, as with all the signs, there's a lot of these outer planets going direct. Neptune is going direct in Pisces in your sign within this month, sometime this month. I remember reading about it in November. And then we're going to Sagittarius season, the end of November. I feel like Pisces, you might have, I don't know why, I always feel like Pisces and Sagittarius are like similar in a lot of ways to me. So I feel like with the Sagittarius season, Pisces, you're going to feel some like lighter energy, some more carefree energy that is just easier for you to like vibe in. I think you're just going to have a little bit of lightheartedness to kind of wrap up this year, because I think you went through some of the heavier things of this year. I think Pisces had a rough year. Y'all Pisces probably had a rough year. Anyways, Pisces, let's get into your reading. I usually let the piles fall, however they fall, however many piles, and that came out of 6, and for some reason that seems significant. The number 6 maybe has some significance to you. I'm thinking of the 6 of Cups, which has a lot to do with past stuff, past emotions, childhood stuff. Interesting, the number 6. Maybe you're seeing that number lately. Maybe I should do a video on numerology. I've thought about doing that before, but whoa, that went flying. I'm thinking about doing a video on some like basic numerology. Just because they're like interesting symbols to look for, and you may have been seeing things that you don't even realize have like a very significant meaning to you. You're seeing angel numbers or number patterns, or your birth date and your life path number, all that stuff. So far we have swords out, Pisces. Any other messages for Pisces? Any other messages for Pisces for the month of November 2020? Messages for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, whatever placements you may have in your chart, whatever energy you've been vibing with. This can be energy picking up around you as well. The roles could be reversed in whatever the storyline is. Take it how it resonates. It doesn't even have to be November 2020. This could have happened to you in the past. This could be happening to you in the future. It could be happening right now. But these are messages you need to know right now in November 2020. Messages for Pisces. This could be about November of last year or November of next year. Who knows? Interesting. Okay, Pisces. So we have for the overall energy, Page of Swords. My words keep getting jumbled. Page of Swords. You're in an energy where you're ready to explore again. I think with the Sagittarius season, that might bring in a little bit of motivation or excited energy in terms of like seeing the opportunities there, seeing the opportunism, looking at things a little bit more positively. I don't know about y'all, but Sagittarius are some of the most optimistic people I know. It's just like me, my Capricorn ass, I'm pessimistic as fuck, but Sagittarius, I feel like the Sagittarius season is going to bring in a lot of lighthearted energy in terms of like, I'm feeling optimistic. I'm trying to see the opportunities here. I'm trying to see what I can get out of this. I'm always trying to see the silver lining here. Sagittarius always see that silver lining. I think this is you like getting motivated to do the mental work that it might require to get you back in a space of, I'm feeling good about this, because mentally I'm telling myself that I refuse to feel, I refuse to sit in these negative feelings. I want to feel positive. I want to feel lighthearted. I want to feel good. I want to feel hopeful and positive. So it takes me putting in some of that mental work, having that mental motivation to get to that space and put myself in that mind space so that I can start to create even more of that around me. The energy that I'm thinking, it starts with me. And if I have some of that energy, I can start to create the reality around me that involves excitement and opportunity and what have you. Page of Swords, I just see a lot of excitement here. I feel like not necessarily excitement, but in a way that's like, I'm ready to get going again. I'm ready to get moving again. I'm ready to put in the work again. I'm ready to explore what's out there and see what's out there for me. Like maybe these other two opportunities didn't work out for me this year, but I'm ready to get back on my feet and start to look around for what opportunities are still out there for me. And I know that I can't find them unless I, leave my house and go find them, go find where they are, go find those opportunities for myself. I feel like this is you ready to be in a place where you don't care if you have to flirt and talk to people and get social again. Like maybe you're looking for new love opportunities and you know that you have to get out there and meet people and talk to people and get to know people. So you're ready to like be flirty and, explore different people and get intellectually connected with people again. Or maybe this is like work oriented and you know that you have to get out there and put yourself out there again and be social and network and make connections and talk to people and explore and travel around and shop around for different kinds of things that you'd want to be doing. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of like, I am excited, but it's more like I'm just ready to create opportunities for myself and figure out what opportunities are out there for me and go find the excitement that I know I want to feel. The page is very excited. It's like at the beginning, it's like, okay, this is a fresh start. Let me try to get this going again. I'm ready to get moving again. For the Ace of Swords reverse and the Two of Swords, I think for a long time you were in a place where your judgment felt really clouded and you feel like what really held you down or held you back was not being able to see too far ahead, like having not a lot of certainty about the future, so not knowing what decisions to make. So you felt like you were constantly in a place of fear of making the wrong decision, or you felt like you were constantly in a place of not knowing what's to come, so not knowing how to make decisions or move based on that, because when you don't know the next outcome, you're afraid to kind of move from where you are. Maybe you were hesitant to make a certain change or make a certain move, and you just didn't like that your judgment was clouded by all of these what ifs, all of these uncertainties about the future. It's like nothing's going to happen unless you start making decisions. You can't be, paralyzed with concern and fear and wonder about what is going to come of the decisions you make. You have to eventually make a decision of some sort. You can't just sit there not making a decision forever just because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. I feel like the Ace of Swords reverse is really like this like clouded judgment because the environment you were in, or fear of like the unknown and what was to come, and not being able to make a decision because you were afraid of making the wrong one. or maybe being overwhelmed by the options in front of you, or maybe being overwhelmed by the lack of options. Maybe you really wish that there were going to be more opportunities coming in for you recently or this year, or you thought you had an opportunity on the table here, and really you only had very few when you thought you had a lot of options. And now you're like, well, shit, now I gotta choose one of them, right? But I think there's more out there, and I think it's just because your judgment was clouded, you thinking that you only had very limited options, but I think that there are more, and you're ready to go explore them now. You're ready to go find what they are, but you were... I feel like this Two of Swords is like you had the blindfold on. You were kind of putting that on yourself and limiting yourself, where you were like, well, these are my only options, so I gotta settle for one of them, when really it's like your judgment was clouded and you weren't seeing that there were more opportunities past this, like, fog of, like, mental block of restriction. Like, there is no more. It's like you're ready to break out of that and move past it and go find those opportunities. Go find them. Because you're tired of being in this place where you feel like your options are really limited. You're tired of being in this place where you feel trapped and, like, you know, you have no choice, you're backed into a corner. You're tired of making decisions based off of feeling like you're backed into a corner, whether it's reality or not, whether it's, you know, your own illusions telling you that you have very limited options and you have no other choice but to choose this right now and do this right now, or if it's real and like you actually have been backed into a corner as a recent time this year financially, and you feel like, you know, I have to do this job. I don't have any other options right now. You know, this is all that's on the table for me, when really it's like there's some mental blockage, mental fogginess. There's some lack of clarity surrounding that there is more options out there, and I was kind of limiting or restricting myself for a minute there. Even if it was like physical restrictions where you did not have a lot of options, I think there was still a piece there about you kind of telling yourself, this is it, these are my only choices, when, you know, it was just clouded judgment that was keeping you from seeing that there are more options out there and you're ready to go explore them now. And I think part of that is you had to step back into a place of realizing your autonomy, your leadership, and your confidence as a person, as a worker, as a partner. Like, I think for a long time you were in a place where you felt like your options were so limited, and it came from a place of not feeling like you deserved anything else. It came from a place of not feeling like you had it in you to work hard enough to get further than that. Maybe you were kind of settling because you were like, I'm really burnt out and I don't have the confidence to reach for more right now. I think I just want to settle here for a little while. Pisces can really get into like ruts where they settle into a place that's not good for them, or they don't really want to be, because they think that they can't get more than that. They can't. I feel like you had to, it's taken a lot. Maybe you haven't gotten here yet. Maybe this is to come, or maybe you're starting to finally step back into a place where you're stepping back into your confidence. You're stepping back into a place where you know that you have autonomy over your own life, and the fact that you can make decisions is, you know, all the power you need within itself. Being able to make decisions from a place of confidence, from a place of, I'm going to choose this because I have the capability to make this decision for myself. And if it doesn't pan out, I can go somewhere else. I'll go somewhere else. I'll figure something else out. It's like having the confidence to make decisions again, maybe having the confidence to believe that you deserve more than what you currently have and willing to go look for it and find it. Yeah, I think in the past you may have limited yourself to the types of partners you're with. I think you may have settled in a lot of relationships because you're like, well, maybe this is all I deserve. Maybe this is all I can get. You know, there's no one really else out there for me, or, you know, I have this, why would I give it up to go looking for something else when I'm fine here. You know, fine isn't good enough all the time. And I think you're ready, like, you're stepping back into a place where you're like, I want more, or maybe not more, I want something different, and I know I deserve more. I know I deserve something different. I deserve something that's better for me, and I'm ready to, like, go explore again. I have the confidence to go exploring again, to go find it. And I think this is really you stepping back into a place of autonomy and confidence, and like, I have autonomy and leadership of my own life. I make the rules, I make the decisions in my own life, and if I don't like where I am, I'm gonna change it. If I don't like who I'm with, I'm gonna change it. I think you used to be in a place where you felt so trapped when you had to make decisions, forgetting that, like, you making decisions is like one of the most powerful forms of self-love. Autonomy, taking control of your own life, making decisions for yourself, stepping back into a place of confidence where you're like, yeah, I make the rules, I make the decisions, this is my life, this isn't what I want, this is what I want. Or even, you know, I deserve better than this. I deserve something different than this. This isn't what I want. This isn't in alignment with me anymore. Realizing and turning on that switch. I think this is you turning on that switch saying, this isn't in alignment with me anymore. I think you're really starting to open your eyes and get more confident and loud about, like, what it is you want and like what is in alignment with you, because you're starting to figure out more about yourself. You're starting to figure out more about yourself. When you step into your confidence, you figure out more about yourself. When you set more boundaries, you figure out more about yourself. And I think you're figuring out more of, you know, what is in alignment with you? What is truly meant to be in your life, taking up your energy, taking up your space. And I think there's a lot here to do with letting go of a lot of past pains and sorrows. I think maybe what kept you in a place like this for a long time is a lot of hurt and pain from the past about disappointment or being let down or having disappointed other people, some kind of loss, some kind of just sorrow from the past. Definitely there was a lot of sorrow from the past that was holding you back here, that was keeping you from making new decisions, that was keeping you from finding new opportunities, because maybe you were just really, really hurt for a long time about the things that didn't work out, whether it be relationships or opportunities or job opportunities, things like that. Anything really, however this resonates. I think you were just upset about it for a long time. You were upset and mourning the losses of these things, and it kept you in a place where you were paralyzed from making new decisions, because you were like, you know, if I move again, if I make a decision now, it's just gonna, you were in a very pessimistic mindset. You were like, it's just gonna fuck up again, because everything I've done recently, you know, whatever I do, it seems like things are falling through, things are falling apart. This person's gonna leave, this job's gonna fall through. Like, you had a very pessimistic mindset, but because this is in reverse, I'm trying to say that you're getting rid of that. You're finally stepping back into a place of confidence. You're in a place of confidence, and you're ready to, confidence is letting go of the past. Confidence is letting go of what held you back in the past. And when you start making your own decisions again, it's gonna help you realize that, like, I have the choice to let go of this stuff too. And I have the choice to learn from it, because I think one of the big things you're learning from it is how you work with others, how you collaborate with others, how you build with others, and how you want that to be different in your future workplaces or relationships moving forward. I think you're finally letting go of a lot of this mourning of this loss, because you're realizing that a lot of it wasn't in alignment with you. And that's why you had to let go of these things, or that's why these things fell apart and it felt like it was so out of your control. But again, like, you're stepping back into that place of autonomy where you feel like, I'm in control of my life. And, you know, some things maybe aren't in my control, but they fell out of my life for a reason. I was supposed to let go of those things because it was supposed to teach me about the kinds of people that I actually really work well with, the people that I really collaborate with, people I really see eye to eye on, like the people I just get along with. We have the same vision. We have the same goals. We want to build together. We want to grow together. We actually want to work on something together. I don't want these, like, you know, I don't want to be settling for these, what I think are my only options. I want to strive for more. I want to look for more, because I want people that are going to be in alignment with me, people that are going to build and grow something with me, people who are intentionally trying to create something in this world, people who are motivated and driven like me. I think you're really starting to realize, like, you had to let go of a lot of these past opportunities that fell through. You have to let go of the pain of these past relationships, these fallouts, these things that didn't work out, that left you in a place of insecurity, that left you in a place of lacking confidence, that left you in a place of feeling backed into a corner, and that your options were so limited. It's like, I want to go look for what's going to make me feel like I'm building and growing and expanding myself. I don't want to be in a partnership just to be in a partnership. I want to be building something. I want to be working towards something. I want to be growing with someone. I don't want to be at a job just to work at a job. I want to go find that job that makes me feel like I am building and working towards the same vision as the people around me. The people around me are all working towards one or multiple goals that we share together. We are all trying to move up. We have these career goals for ourselves, and we are similar people. We're all hustlers, because nothing is worse than being in a work environment where you feel like you're the only one that wants to get the hell out of there. It's like, there's so many toxic work environments that people are in where they don't realize that it drags them down so much to be in an environment where you know that you want more and you want to move past this, but there's so many people who are stuck there and have no desire to leave exactly what they're doing, no desire to move up in position, nothing, that are completely content where they are, or just like too fearful to leave the position they're in, or the town they're in, or the job they're at, or the company they're at. You want to be around people who want to grow, who want to build, who want to work towards something, who want more for themselves, who want to hustle and see results, who want to build something. You want to be in the kind of relationships that make you feel like, you know, motivated to work harder on yourself, to work harder at your career, to work harder on relationships. Like, you want to be around people who have the same motivation and vision as you. And that's why you're finally letting go of all these past sorrows of the things that didn't work out, because you're realizing that these people weren't in alignment with you. They weren't like that. They weren't going to be in the same boat as you, trying to move towards the same thing as you. You're realizing that you had to let go of these. You have to let go of these now. If you haven't yet, it's time to, because, you know, those people weren't in alignment with you. They're not working towards the same goal as you. The people you were dating, the people you were fucking around with, the people who you felt like were your only options, you're letting them go because they're low energy. They're not for you. You're realizing that now. They're not on the same level as you in terms of like wanting more and wanting to build something for yourself. They don't have those kinds of goals and dreams for themselves. And you realize that, and you want to be in a place where you're surrounded by people who are like you, who do have a lot of goals and visions for themselves. With this Three of Wands in reverse though, I'm going to need a clarification for this. Clarification for the Three of Wands reverse. Yeah, okay, so this is interesting. I feel like with this Three of Wands reverse and this Two of Wands reverse, I think it's like you may be feeling like it's time to close the door on certain opportunities that you thought you were going to be going down that road. I think you may be closing the door on certain opportunities that were presented in front of you, like you're turning away from them or turning them down because you still want to go do some exploring. I think this has a lot to do with you still wanting to go out there and figure out what else is out there. I don't think you're ready to take whatever opportunity that is going to come in for you or has come in for you recently. I think you're like looking at ultimately turning it down because you don't see the prospect there. You don't see the future there. You don't see the long-term vision there. You don't see the long-term goal there. Yeah, maybe have something to do with someone coming from the back from the past. And you kind of turning it down, being like, no, I'm in a better place now where I'm confident and I'm letting you go. I'm trying to chase people that are chasing the same things as me. I'm trying to chase goals with people along my side. I'm not chasing people anymore, and I'm not fucking around with people who chase me. Like I don't chase people no more. I'm chasing dreams and goals. I'm chasing other things. And I think this is you turning down certain opportunities that like look like really passionate and like, you know, but you don't see the value in it. You don't see the long-term vision in it. It's like you're done with like these like, you know, short-lived flings maybe. You're ready for the real deal. You're ready for someone that's actually going to build and grow with you. So you may be turning some people down, some opportunities that maybe at one time looked good, but now you're seeing like there's no future there. There's no long-term there. And I think it also has to do with you coming out of this lack mindset where, again, like this feeling like you were backed into a corner, you don't have a lot of options. I feel like you're coming out of this space of like this lack mindset where it's like, if I don't find someone now, I'm never gonna find someone. You're coming out of this space of like this mindset where you're like, I'm always lonely. I'm always, you know, in a place where I don't have a lot. I'm in a place where I'm not abundant. It's like you're finally coming out of that mindset because you know it's not serving you anymore. It's not serving you anymore. It's like I am finally being okay with, or not even I'm okay with being lonely. You're realizing you're not lonely. You're realizing you're not lacking. You don't have, it's not that you don't have what you need. You have everything you need, and like it's just that you're turning down certain opportunities that are coming your way now to wait for better ones. You're going to look for better ones. And I think it has to do with you coming out of the space of like in a lack mindset. You don't want to play that game anymore because you realize that the more you tell yourself you don't have what you need, you don't have what you want, you're lonely, then the more you're going to feel like that. The more that you attract more of that energy. The more you attract that low vibrational people who, you know, aren't for you, aren't in alignment with you. And again, I think this Two of Wands is like turning down opportunities for partnership. With the two here, I get like kind of closing a door to something over here because you're trying to go look at other things over here. I think there was some kind of opportunity here for you at one point, and it's like, no, I'm turning this down because I'm not lonely, and I know that I would, if I went towards this, it's coming from a place of feeling like I'm lonely, but I'm not lonely anymore, and that's why I'm turning this down. Or even with like jobs, it's like maybe you had a job offer on the table, but you didn't see a future there, so you ended up not taking it because you're finally stepping out of this place of feeling like, you know, feeling so desperate and like that that lacking mentality where it tells you like, I don't have a lot, so I'm gonna accept, you know, something that's way below what I know that I'm worth. So you may have thought about accepting a job that you wouldn't have enjoyed, it would have brought you nowhere, it was below the level of income that you needed, but you're like, I don't feel like that anymore. I'm not in that lack mindset. I have what I need, and I know I'm better than that and worth more than that, so I'm not going to take this opportunity because I want something more. I want to keep looking for more. I want to look for something better in alignment with what I want, with what I need, what's good for my soul, what's going to help me build something for myself in the long term. And that's why I'm turning down these opportunities, because I'm not lacking, I'm not lonely. So I'm not going to go towards that, because I know in my heart, I believe in my heart that there's better out there for me. Just because I don't have something right now doesn't mean I'm lacking or lonely. It means that I'm still looking for what it is that I want. And I think that's a huge, huge lesson for you, Pisces. That could have been something, an idea or a lesson that you've been exploring this year, 2020, maybe into last year even. But I'm definitely getting a lot of, I'm not in this low place of confidence anymore. I'm confident now, so I deserve more. I'm not going to stay in this place where I feel like I have no options. I'm letting go of this past pain and sorrow that's holding me to these past things, that's keeping me going back to these past things, because I used to think that I didn't deserve anything more than that. I'm looking for people I want to build and grow with, and that's why I'm turning down these opportunities in the meantime, because I know that I'm waiting for something better. Not waiting for something better. I'm going to look for something better. I'm done staying in this one place and looking at what's around me and thinking these are my only options. I'm going to go move around. I'm going to go somewhere else, because staying in this place is keeping me in this mindset of these are my only options. Not if you go somewhere else and go figure out what those options are over there. Of course, these are going to be your only options in this radius. But if you go somewhere else and go explore, you're going to go find other things. You're going to go find other opportunities. And I think you're ready to step into that place where you're going to go look for and find these opportunities. Oh, Pisces, this is a big one. This is very intense, but a really good kind of intense. I really, really like this for you. I'm going to pull... Oh, wait, I didn't even do the advice cards yet. Oh, my God. Wow. This is so much information right here, Pisces. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice for you, Pisces. 3 cards of advice here for Pisces. 2 more cards of advice here for Pisces regarding this spread. 2 more cards of advice here for Pisces regarding this spread. Pisces, I'm getting a message like, if this is you have always been settling for partners, I think this is you taking on a space of, I'm okay and ready to be single because I want to embrace my freedom and stop settling for people that are not in alignment with me. I think this is you stepping into a place where you're starting to like not settle just because you maybe used to be in a place where you would settle for people that weren't good for you because you felt in a place where you were lonely, you didn't have a lot of options, and you're like, well, this is good enough. I think you're finally coming to a place where you're like, nope, I deserve better. I deserve way better because I know what I want now. I want someone I can build and grow with. And so you're turning down certain opportunities that you know are going to be that, fill the void. And you're like, I'm not trying to do that anymore. I have different desires and different goals now, so I want something different. So you're turning down opportunities that maybe you would have taken, a little while ago, but you're in a different place now. Any other messages of advice for Pisces? Yeah, Pisces, I feel like this could have to do with family too. I got a slight hint of that, but with this 10 of Cups, maybe there is something to do with family here. I think this 10 of Wands is telling you to this 10 of Wands is telling you to start to let go of this burden you feel, this burden of lack, this burden of loneliness, this burden of feeling like you're always trapped in a corner and don't have a lot of options. I think this has a lot to do with this is going to put you in a place where you feel really free. You feel really in control. You feel really light on your feet, like you're moving around so lightly and you never thought it would be this easy to just go and do. I think you were in a place for a long time where you were holding yourself back from very restricting mindsets, a limited mindset, a lack mindset, a limited options mindset. Your judgment was clouded. But you're getting ready to go exploring again. It's making you feel so free, but first you have to drop the burden of this. You have to drop the burden of the past. You have to drop the burden of I'm not good enough. You have to drop the burden of what if I don't find what I'm looking for. It takes time. It's going to take some patience. But first, I think you need to let go of all the things that you've been taking on and struggling with. I think you've been taking on too much for yourself and putting yourself in situations where you feel like you have to take care of other people, or you just feel really burdened by you feel really burdened by your own insecurities, your own lack of confidence. You felt really burdened by like just trying to get out of this this mindset in this situation where you're feeling so light and free on this other side. It just takes you dropping this burden. This burden of like, if I don't take this opportunity, then will any more come in for me? Of fucking course more are gonna come in for you. Just because this one isn't the one you want, just because this is the first one that's coming towards you, doesn't mean it's the one you have to take. There's so much more out there, and you're realizing that. You're ready to go explore those, and it's you dropping the burden of feeling like you're on a time crunch, like you have to find it now, you have to find it soon, you have to get there right now, you have to reach your goal right now. I think you're getting a lot more patient, and it first takes you letting go and trusting the process. Letting go and trusting the process, letting go and being patient, letting go and trusting that it's going to take time, but it's going to come in regardless. With the moon reverse, I think this is asking you to get real with yourself, maybe about some things that you've been suppressing or some illusions that you've been telling yourself. There's definitely some energy here of like, you've been, creating an illusion for yourself about a time frame or what it's supposed to look like, or you have to have it now, or an illusion of being lonely when you know you're not, an illusion of being in a place of lack. Maybe you'd feel like you're not in the place of material abundance that you want to be in, but it's coming from a place of illusion. And I think this is asking you to start to look into those and figure out why you felt in that place for so long. Figure out why that you felt like you don't have what you need. Figure out why you feel like you're running out of time. Figure out why you feel like this is all you deserve, like you have to take the first opportunity that comes at you. I think this is really asking you to go inward and do some self-reflection and dig up some of those feelings. Scorpio season is the perfect time to do so. To really ask yourself, like, why was I in that space for so long, and what's going to keep me in this new space where I'm being more picky, where I'm dropping this burden, where I'm letting things go from the past, where I'm putting my foot down about what I want, where I'm going exploring. I think this is asking you to go inward a little bit and figure out how you can stay in this new enlightened place and not let those illusions fool you again by your own emotions. This is some Pisces energy in the moon card. Yeah. It's definitely just asking you to kind of look inward and maybe to start to do that a little bit more often, to get in touch with yourself so that you can stay in that place of hyper awareness. Like, each thing that comes towards me, is this in alignment with me or is it not? If not, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to go down that road. I think this is asking you to start to get into the habit of listening to your intuition, listening to what is truly in your alignment and what is not. And with this 10 of Cups reversed, I think it's also like, yeah, I think this is really is reminding you, like, you have to be patient. You're not going to find your end-all be-all emotional fulfillment right away, but that's part of the journey, and that's part of the journey that you're on, and that's the path you're choosing because you would rather be still searching for it than in a place of perpetual unhappiness with an option that you settled for. I think this is reminding you that you're going to have to be patient to finally get to what you want, but you are hopeful and excited and ready to move because you know that even if you're feeling like not emotionally great and fulfilled and in the best place right now, you're excited and optimistic and hopeful about getting there, and you're willing to start looking for those opportunities and looking for that happiness. You're ready to find it, so you know that you have to put yourself out there and start looking. All right, Pisces, I'm going to pull one last oracle card for you to finish off this reading for November 2020. This was so great, Pisces. I really love this. This was beautiful. A lot of great messages here. One last card for Pisces regarding this spread. I am healthy. I honor my body and am grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat, and I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy. Pisces, there may be some health things that have come up for you recently, but I think something that you've been doing to get to a place of confidence, something you've been doing to get to a place of mental healthiness, something you've been doing to get to a place of feeling better, feeling more abundant, is maybe taking care of your health. Maybe you've been in a place where you've been taking care of your health, and obviously that's a great thing. And I think that's putting you in a really great mental mindset. I think part of your journey here, not just the making better decisions for yourself and like protecting your energy and letting things go, that's all so much great stuff. That's all really important for this self-love journey. But I think this is one important piece that has been really big for you and putting you in a place of like mental sharpness, putting you in a place of getting out of this place of mental blockage and feeling trapped in your own thoughts and stuff. I think something that's been pulling you out of that is getting healthy. I think a big part of your self-care has not only been the self-reflection, but the taking care of your physical health. And that's beautiful. That's wonderful. I love that for you, Pisces. If you haven't, maybe this is a sign to. Maybe this is a sign to start doing little things every day to take better care of your physical self, because it really, really can in turn affect your mental health incredibly. It does incredible things. So Pisces, if you've been doing that, that's beautiful and wonderful. And I think that's definitely either going to start to help you or going to continue to help you on this journey that you're on of taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, looking for the right things for you, looking for things that are in alignment with you. That's beautiful, Pisces. Keep taking care of yourself. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. This was beautiful. This was a beautiful reading. There's a lot of great messages here. If this resonated with you at all, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. Again, in my description box, you can find my email. If you want to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can reach me at that email. You can also find my Instagram. You can find those Spotify links to those Spotify playlists, and you can find my PayPal. Pisces, this was beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this. I really hope that you enjoyed these messages. I really hope that you continue to love yourself on this journey that you're on of figuring out, what's really for you. And I hope that you keep looking and keep staying optimistic and hopeful. And I hope that you eventually do find what you're looking for. And I love you guys. So thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you in the next reading.